Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. So we are the group 4, and today we were going to discuss the consumer choices. Introduction to consumer choices. Microeconomics seeks to understand the behavior of individuals, economics agents, such as individuals and businesses. Economists believe that we can analyze individuals' decisions, such as what goods and services to buy, as choices we make with certain budget constraint. So, ang pasabot ana is si microeconomics daw, siya daw ang nag-study sa mga tao sa mga businesses para pagbuhat og decisions like unsa daw ilahang paliton og ilahang gamiton. So, ang mga economists sab daw, nagtuo sab daw sila na ang mga tao daw, nagikan daw ang kalipay sa tao sa kwarta. Pero makuha lang daw nila nakalipay if ever daw ang ilahang kwarta is ma-fit or maswak sa ilahang budget, no, sa ilahang gustong paliton. So everyone has different likes and tastes, di ba, na magite kalain-lainan na gusto og ato ang panglasa. For example, naay tao ganahan sila og kape, while ako mas preferred nako na mag-tea. No? Ka-familiar man mo sa saying na there's no arguing about taste, which means everyone's preferences are different. Pero ang mga economists still trying na masabtan nagiunsa daw pagbuhat sa mga tao og choices even with different preferences. So economists explain that choices are not only about personal taste. Ang mga desisyon sa tao depende ra sab daw na sa iyahang income o sa price sa goods and services. So this chapter is about consumers choose what to buy when they have limited money. It will also explain how changes in prices or income affect what people buy. So, ang gigamit sa economist na tools is ang budget constraints, katong what people can afford, kung unsa ray ma-afford sa tao, o indifference curve, how people compare two different options to study these choices. So, mao na sila ang duha ka tools, ato gyud timan-an na mao gyud na sila ang duha ka tools na gigamit sa economist para sa pag-study sa choices. 6.1 Consumption choices. By the end of the section, you will be able to first calculate the total utility, propose decisions that maximize utility, then last, explain marginal utility and the significance of diminishing marginal utility. Information on the consumption choices of Americans is available from the Consumer Expenditure Survey carried out by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Table 6.1 shows spending patterns from the average U.S. household. So, this table shows how the average U.S. household family in 2015 earned money o giunsa sab daw nila pag gasto. So, the average income before taxes is $62,481. Then, the average spending is $48,109. So, this means, after daw sa pagbayad sa taxes o pabutang sa ilahang savings, the rest daw sa ilahang kwarta is magasto jud sa ilahang daily needs, like food, housing, and clothing. So, here is the breakdown of spending. Kanang naadira sa kanang mga nakakulom. Apil na po sa next slide. Di na ko siya basahon isa-isa kay maabtan ta og 10 years, no? So, ato ang nakita sa breakdown, no, na ang housing jud ang naay pinakadako nga expenses sa ilahan na pamilya, no? Total utility and diminishing marginal utility. To understand how a household will make its choices, economists look what consumers can afford, as shown in a budget constraint or budget line, and the total utility or satisfaction derived from those choices. So, maghatag taog example. Example, si Jose, naa siya $56 to spend. Tapos, ang price sa movie is $7. Then, ang price sa t-shirt is $14. So, para makuha na ni Jose ang iyahang level of satisfaction, nagamit si Jose og combination of two goods, which is si budget line, para makuha niya ang greatest level of satisfaction gikan sa choices na iyahang gibuhat. So, in a horizontal axis, it shows the quantity of the movie, which is 8. Og sa vertical axis, kay ang quantity sa t-shirt. So, nganong 8 og 4 man daw na. So, 56 i-divide na nimo siya kung pilay price sa goods na imuhang gustong paliton. So, 56 divided by 7 na ay 8 equals 8. So, na siya ay 8 ka quantity. So, mabutang na to na sa horizontal axis. Then, 56 divided by 14, so na ay 4. So, na ay 4 ka quantity sa t-shirt si Jose. So, ibutang na to siya sa vertical axis. So, this is the equation for marginal utility. Marginal utility equals change in total utility over change in quantity. So, the first row shows the quantity of the t-shirt consumed. Then, the second row is the total utility or the total satisfaction na nakuha ni Jose gikan sa pag-consume sa t-shirt. And the third row is the marginal utility. Siya ang additional utility provided by one additional consumption. So, same as naghapon na siya sa movie. So, notice, ang marginal utility is mag-diminish siya. Mag-minus siya. No, mag-minus siya. So, siya, pag mag-add ka or magdugang ka og goods sa imuhang makonsume, no, pag magdugang ka goods na imuhang i-consume, each unit sa goods na imuhang na-consume, kay mag-minus siya sa imuhang utility. For example, diba, diri kang Jose, kay pag isara ka t-shirt ang i-consume ni Jose, naa siya 22 utils na ma-consume, ay na makuha. Then, si marginal utility sab niya is 22 utils sab daw. Pag duha daw ka t-shirt ang ma-consume ni Jose, naa siya'y 43 utils. So, atoan na siya i-minus dito asa 22. So, 43 minus 22, naa siya'y marginal utility na 21 utils. Then, pag tulo daw ka t-shirt sab daw ang ma-consume ni Jose, is naa siya'y 63 utils. So, 63 minus 43, naa siya'y 20 utils na marginal utility. Then, pag 4 sub daw na t-shirt ang makonsume ni Jose is na siya 81 utils. So, 81 minus 63 na siya 18 utils. So, same calculation na dahil ang atong buhaton dito sa movie. So, in calculating total utility, there are steps that we should follow para makuha na to ang proper na calculation. So, step 1, observe that at a point Q, for example, sa point Q, no, dito asa katong pinakaunang table, Jose consumed 3 t-shirts and 2 movies. Then, sa step 2, mutanaw din ta next dito sa table 6.2, makita na to sa 4th row, second column, that 3 t-shirts are worth 63 utils. Then, the second row, siya, mag-minus siya. No, mag-minus siya. So, siya, pag mag-add ka or magdugang ka og goods sa imuhang makonsume, no, pag magdugang ka goods na imuhang i-consume, each unit sa goods na imuhang na-consume, kay mag-minus siya sa imuhang utility. For example, diba, diri kang Jose, kay pag isara ka t-shirt ang i-consume ni Jose, naa siya 22 utils na ma-consume, ay na makuha. Then, si marginal utility sab niya is 22 utils sab daw. Pag duha daw ka t-shirt ang ma-consume ni Jose, naa siya 43 utils. So, atoan na siya i-minus dito asa 22. So 43 minus 22, naa siya marginal utility na 21 utils. Then pag tulo ka t-shirt sab daw ang makonsume ni Jose is naa siya 63 utils. So 63 minus 43 naa siya 20 utils na marginal utility. Then pag 4 sab daw na t-shirt ang makonsume ni Jose is na siya 81 utils. So 81 minus 63 na siya 18 utils. So same calculation na dahil na ang atong buhaton dito sa movie. So in calculating total utility, there are steps that we should follow para makuha na to ang proper na calculation. So step 1, observe that at a point Q, for example sa point Q, no, dito asa katong pinakaunang table, Jose consumed 3 t-shirts and 2 movies. Then sa step 2, mutanaw din ta next dito sa table 6.2, makita na to sa 4th row, second column, that 3 t-shirts are worth 63 utils. Then the second row, 5th column, shows that 2 movies are worth 31 utils. Tapos step 3 na dayon, i-calculate na dayon nato si point Q. No? I-plus na, i-addition na to si 63 in addition of 31 equals 94 utils. So makuha na dayon nato through addition ang kung pila ka utils, kung pila total sa utils. Then step 4 last is i-repeat na dayon nato ang same calculation sa katong mga point na naa sa table 6.3. Kato si point Q, si point S, si point T, si point R. Kato kanira din na calculation ato ang gamiton para ma-solve nato sila. So sa next slide makita nato kung giunsa, no? So parehaan ni tan-aw nato si point Q, si point R, si point S, si point T. So naa sila kuan para na si point P, naa siya 4 shirts tapos 0 movies. So naa siya 81 utils plus 0 equals 81. Then si point Q, naa siya 3 t-shirts plus 2 movies, naa siya 63 plus 31 equals 94 utils. So take note, makuhaan ato ni sila if magtanaw ta dito sa table 6.2, no? Magtanaw ta dito, makuha, mahibalaan na din nato ni kung naa dito nato gikuha si 63 utils kana. Then si point R is naa siya 2 t-shirts and 4 movies. So ang 2 t-shirt is naa siya 43 utils plus ang 4 movies is naa siya 58 utils. So 43 plus 58 is 101. Then si point S, naa siya isa ka t-shirt, napod siya unom ka movies. So ang isa ka t-shirt is 22 utils. So kada isa ka t-shirt na makonsume, 22 utils gidayon na siya. So ang 6 ka movies is 81 utils. So 22 plus 81 is 103. Then si point T is naa siya 0 t-shirt tapos 8 movies. So 0 plus 100 equals 100. So as you can see, no, ang pinaka na ay highest level of satisfaction is si point S. Di na malalis. Si point S ang naay highest level of satisfaction na nakuha ni Jose gikan sa goods na iyahang na consume. Naa siya isa ka t-shirt ug unom ka movies. So naa siya total utility of 103.
Good evening everyone, my name is Tanaling Gabayan. I am a second reporter. My topic is about calculating total utility. Calculating total utility, most people make utility maximizing choices. Step by step, they compare the marginal utility, extra satisfaction of giving up some of one good to get more of another. Example, Jose starts by spending all his money on t-shirt, then he thinks about trading one t-shirt for 2 movies since movies give him more marginal utility than the last t-shirt. Mao ni siya ang example sa marginal gain and loss of utility. Mao ni siya ang calculating total utility. Ang first choice is 1P. So ang idea ani kay kung naa kay limited money, unsaon nimo pag-decide kung unsaon nimo pag-spend sa t-shirt ba or movies para makuha nimo ang pinakadako nga satisfaction or utility. So ang marginal utility is basically kung unsa ka happy or satisfied ka sa every next thing nga imong gibay. So mao ni siya ang total utility. Example sa total utility. Ang first choice niya is mao ni siya ang P choice. Na siya 4 t-shirt ra yang total utility og 0 movies. So ang iyahang total utility niya is naa siya 81. Sa ikaduha is na siya 3 ka t-shirt and 2 movies. So ang total utility niya is na siya 94. Na siya 94 nga total utility. So obviously mas higher ang 94 kaysa sa 81. And if mo shift siya from 4 t-shirt to 3 t-shirt and 2 movies, na siya loss nga 18 happiness points. Kay gilisdan og isa ka 1 t-shirt pero naasad siya na gain nga 31 from watching movies. Sa duha ka movies na siya na gain nga 31 from watching 2 more movies. Og naapod siya net nga na plus 13 siya, meaning mas better nga i-mix niya ang t-shirt ug movies kaysa puro t-shirt lang. Next is marginal utility per dollar equals marginal utility divide price. Husi maximizes utility by choosing the good with the highest marginal utility per dollar. Ang rule ani kay paliton nimo ang good nga naay higher marginal utility per dollar until makonsume nimo ang imong budget. So si Zoe daw gusto mo spend sa iyang budget in a way nga makuha niya ang pinaka-max nga satisfaction. Mao ni ang concept sa marginal utility per dollar. For example, mao ni siya ang first t-shirt kay hatag siya og 22. Mao ni siya total utility, mao ni siya ang 22 happens points. Mao ni siya. Pero since ang price kay $14, so gidivide na siya, mao ni ang marginal utility per dollar. Mao na siya ang 1.6. Ang marginal utility per dollar is mao ni siya ang 22 divide 14 equals 1.6. On the other hand, ang first movie nag-give siya og 16. Ang movies daw is nag-give siya og 16 happiness points, and since ang movies is mao ni siya ang $7 ra ang price, that's 16 divide $7 equals 2.3. Gidivide na siya. So masabdan naman, di ba, ang marginal utility. I-divide na siya. Mao ni siya ang formula sa marginal utility per dollar equals marginal utility divide price.
So, good morning everyone. My name is Lovely Lilian A. Pagalan. I am the third reporter of Group 4. So, my topic is all about decision making by comparing marginal utility. So, kanang makita ninyo sa kanang babaw is mo na siya ang example of decision making by comparing marginal utility. So, number one, pinakaunang nga step 1 is from table 6.2, Jose can see that the marginal utility of the fourth t-shirt is 18. If Jose give up the fourth t-shirt, then he loses 18 utilities. So ang pasabot ato is kanang if i-give up ni Jose ang marginal utilities of the fourth t-shirt, mawad-an siya og 18 utilities. So ang step 2 is giving up the fourth t-shirt. However, frees up $14 the price of the t-shirt, allowing Jose to buy the first two movie nga nagkantidad og 7 each. So, nagpasabot ato nga if i-give up daw ni Jose ang fourth t-shirt, unya nakadagdag 18 utilities, makakwarta siya og $14. Then, maalaw na dayon nga makapalit si Jose og kanang two movies nga nagkantidad og 7 each dollar. Sa step 3, tinan ako basahon ang iyahang kuan. So, ang pasabot sa step 3 is nabala ni Jose nga ang kantidad daw sa usa ka movie is 16 sa first movie, while ang second movie is 15. So, mas prefer si Jose sa P kaysa sa Q. Then sa step 4 is even nga give up ni kanang Jose ang iyahang fourth t-shirt nga nagkandidate og 18 utilities, but sa iyang pagpalit og 2 movies nga nagkandidate og 16 o 15, naka-gain siya og 31. Then sa step 5 is nga nahuna-hunaan ni Jose nga mas maayo nga na-give up niya ang iyang ika-fourth nga t-shirt, then nagpalit siya og 2 movies. So sa makita ninyo sa ibabaw, so mao na siya ang kanang murag graph na sa kanang gikuan ni Jose, katong natong 4 t-shirt, natong iyang duha ka movies, kung yun sa pagkanang unsaon pagkita og total, unsa ang iyang kabuuhan. Dali na ta sa marginal utility per dollar. So, ang iyang formula is marginal utility per dollar, so, equals marginal utility divide price. So, mauna ang marginal utility per dollar or iyang formula. Unsa ang rule ni maximizing utility? So, ang rule ni maximizing utility is ang consumer is maka-minimize sa iyang total utility nga sa tanan niyang nagasto is kanabitang kanang equal ra tanan, then parehas ra tanan, walay kulang o wala pod sobra. So kana inyong makita sa ibabaw is mo na siya ang katong sa ingon gaina nga mo na ang formula ni maximizing utility. Gaina is nakita ninyo nga kaning naay formula. Then, katong formula is naputo siya mga definition din para makabaluta kung unsa or kinsa. Then, ang MUX is muna siya ang marginal utility of good, while ang PX is muna siya ang price of good. Then, ang MUY is muna siya ang marginal utility of good Y. Then, ang PY is muna siya ang price of good of Y. So, ang measuring utility with numbers is mo siya ang utility is measured in utensils, which are the satisfaction or imaginary units of satisfaction kay even though utilities are real physical units, They help to compare choices. So, muna siya ang measuring utilities of with numbers. So, mora to siya ako ang report, and that's all. Thank you.
How changes in income affect consumer choices? Changes in income greatly influence how consumers make decisions about what to buy. When people experience an increase in income, they generally have more purchasing power, allowing them to buy more goods and services. This often leads to higher consumption of normal goods such as clothing, electronics, or dining out because people can now afford better quality or larger quantities. In short, higher income, more spending on normal and luxury goods. Lower income, reduced spending, more focus on basic needs. Let's begin with a concrete example illustrating how changes in income level affect consumer choices. Figure 6.3 shows a budget constraints that represent Kimberly's choice between concert tickets at $50 each and getting away overnight to a bed and breakfast for $200 per night. Kimberly has $1,000 per year to spend between these two choices after thinking about her total utility and marginal utility and applying the decision rule that the ratio of the marginal utilities to the prices should be equal between the two products. Kimberly chooses point M with 8 concerts and 3 overnight getaways as her utility maximizing choice. Concert tickets and overnight stays, and the idea is that if your income goes up, if you got a raise, you'd probably buy more of these things or whatever your favorite leisure activities, right? Whatever your favorite leisure activity is or wherever your favorite getaway. As if your income goes up, you're going to consume more of the points. If we assure that on the original budget constraint, the originally individual could have both 20 concerts of 5 overnight stays, but instead they decided to consume this point here, and that's their utility maximizing point. The point where marginal utility per dollar spent on concert tickets is equal to the marginal utility per dollar spent on overnight stays. What's going happening to that when their income goes up by $2,000? So let's say income goes up by $2,000, overnight stays cost of $200 a night, and concert tickets cost $50. What's gonna happen? Well, if income doubles, if income goes up, we're going to expect the budget constraint to go straight out, and that's because the slope of the budget constraints is given by the ratio of the prices. The prices haven't changed, so the slope stays the same. If income goes up, the budget constraint shifts straight out and the slope stays the same. These dashed lines here show where we think the consumer is going to consume, so those dashed horizontal and vertical lines extending out of point M allow you to see that whatever the quantity consumed of goods on the new budget constraints is higher or lower than the original budget constraints. So if originally this person in our example named Kimberly. So Kimberly is consuming 3 overnight stays and 8 movies. We're gonna assume that when her income goes up, she's going to want at least 8 concert tickets and 3 overnight stays. She probably gonna consume more of everything, and that's going to tell us whatever these goods are normal or inferior are the things that you buy more when your income goes up or less. Often your income goes up, so in the new budget constraint, the choice like N. So, on the new budget constraints, a choice like N will be made if both of the goods are normal goods, if she experiences an increase in income making her want to buy more of both. On the other hand, if she goes from point M to point Q, when her income goes up, that means she's increasing her number of overnight stays but not increasing the number of concert tickets she's buying. So that tell us the concert tickets are inferior but overnight stays are normal. On the other hand, point like P, we can say that's actually fewer overnight stays. She went from she went from 3 overnight stays to 2 overnight stays, but she went from 8 concerts to 32 concerts. So that would mean that concerts are a normal goods and overnight stays are an inferior good that when her income goes, she consumes less of, and that's one of the ways that economists can use the model of budget constraints and changing income on marginal utility, as we can use it to help us understand how changes in income affect consumption and where goods are normal, meaning higher income buy more, and which are inferior, which means I buy less or dim as my income goes up. How price changes affect consumer choices. Changes in price can significantly impact consumer choices, with higher price often leading to decreased demand and lower prices increasing demand. When prices rise, consumers may seek alternative products or reduce their consumption, while price drops can attract more consumers and drive sales. Extent of the impact depends of the product's price. The extent of the impact depends on the product price elasticity and the consumer's income level and brand loyalty. Consumers may also switch to cheaper substitutes or prioritize essentials items over discretionary ones. Ultimately, price changes influence consumer purchasing decisions. For analyzing the possible effect of a change in price on consumption, let's again use a concrete example. Figure 6.4 represents Sergey's consumer choice who chooses between purchasing baseball bats would have no effect on the ability to purchase cameras, but it would reduce the number of bats Sergey could afford to buy. This a price increase for baseball bats. The good on horizontal axis causes the budget constraint to rotate inward, as if on a hinge from the vertical axis. As in the previous section, the point of labeled M represents the original preferred point of the original budget constraints, which Sergio has chosen after contemplating his total utility and marginal utility. And the trades-off involves along the horizontal and vertical axis are not numbered. So the discussion was focused on whether surgery will consume more or less of certain good, not on numerical amounts. In A, as the price increases from P0 to P1 to P2 to P3, the budget constraints on the upper part of the diagram rotates inward. The utility maximizing choice changes from MO to M1 to M2 to M3. As a result, the quantity demanded of housing shifts from QO to Q1 to Q2 to Q3, ceteris paribus. The demand curve B graphs each demand The demand curve V graphs each combination of the price of housing and the quantity of housing demanded, ceteris paribus. The quantities of housing are the same at the points on both A and B. Those of the original price of housing P and the original quantity of housing Q. On the demand curve as point EO2 The higher price of housing P1, corresponding lower quantity demand. Housing Q1 upper the demand point E1. Applications in government and business. The budget constraints framework for making utility maximizing choices offers reminder that people can react to chance in price or income in a range of different ways. Application in government business. So number 1 is pagbuwis or taxation at subsidies. Pag-aaral ng buwis. Kapag nagpataw ng buwis sa isang produkto tulad ng syntax sa sigarilyo, tinitingnan ng gobyerno kung gaano kalaki ang bawas ng demand. Kung malaki ang substitution effect, madaling palitan ang produkto. At income effect, malaking bahagi ng kita ang ginagasto dito. Mas epektibo ang buwis na bawasan ang konsumo. Pagbibigay ng subsidies. Kapag nagbigay ng subsidiya ng mga pangunahing bilihin, halimbawa bigas, inaasahan ng gobyerno na tataas ang pagkonsumo. Tinitingnan nila kung ang pagbaba ng presyo ay nagdadala ng mas mataas na real income effect para sa mahihirap na magpapahintulot sa kanila na bumili ng mas marami or normal goods. So, number 2 is price controls. Pagtatakda ng presyo. So, kapag nagpapatupad ng price ceiling, pinakamataas na presyo upang protektahan ang mamimili, halimbawa, basic necessities. Tinitiyak ng gobyerno ng pagbaba ng presyo ay magpapataas ng purchasing power, income effect, ng mga mamimili at uudyok sa kanila na bumili ng mas maraming substitution effect. Gayunpaman, binabalansin nila ito upang hindi naman magdulot ng kakulangan or shortage sa supply. Number 3, patakaran sa kita at welfare. Ang mga pagbabago sa buwis sa kita o mga benepisyo ng social welfare ay direkta at malaki ang epekto ng income effect ng mamamayan. Halimbawa, ang pagtaas ng tulong pinansyal ay nagpapataas ng real income na nagpapataas ng demand para sa normal goods.